And that's still Sunday the 3rd of January. Oh, right. Sunday the 3rd of January, guys and gals. I told you so. I was right bang on the money. And it's just come out today. Right, so I was telling people last year to avoid the vaccine if they were drinking alcohol. And I've been telling people all along, right? At this point, obviously, right? It's at your own risk with alcohol. Now, it's just come out today by the officials, guys and girls. Anyone receiving the vaccine should avoid alcohol as it can reduce your body's immune response, experts warn. And I'm gloating right now. I am absolutely gloating right now because I was bang on the money. Obviously, if you don't drink alcohol, or if you don't do any of that kind of stuff, have it all by means. It will protect you. But also, avoid cigarettes if you're a smoker. That's definitely... obviously, a friend of mine was saying, well, apparently, smoking, actually, people can't get this COVIDs if they're smokers. Actually, there's quite a lot of people who have actually died, actually, who are heavy smokers. And even if the COVIDs don't actually get you, the cancer will. So, you're kind of sort of treading... What?
You must not trust. What's that? Tony Blair.
Oh, well, no, that'd be for another video about Tony Blair, actually. But anyway, guys and girls, I am gloating right now because it says a booze ban. Anyone receiving the vaccine should avoid alcohol as it can reduce your body's immune response, experts warn. Then this is in the Sun. So this is in the Sun today. 5 hours ago. Updated 3rd of January 2021 at 5:55. So 5 hours ago. And people who have received the COVID jab should avoid drinking alcohol. Well, we know they won't avoid it because a lot of people still take it and still drink alcohol because this is what our country is built on. We're built on people who excessively overdrinks. They don't care about the people at all. If the government did, they would put a ban on it for the time being. Until this pandemic is absolutely finished and gone with. It says, and they should ban it actually in supermarkets for the time being. We've banned alcohol or banned pubs at the moment due to the fact that, well, basically we don't want to get this COVID to other people and stuff and all that kind of shit going on. And we don't want to pass that virus on to other people. It says the jab should avoid drinking alcohol. An emergency medicine specialist has warned. Dr. Ronks Ikhara conducted an alcohol experiment to prove that the ingestion of alcohol can reduce the body's immune response. Well, obviously it does reduce your immune system, and it's because basically your founding protection to that point for your immune system actually goes through your liver first. Now, when you're drinking alcohol, guys and girls, what does that do, ladies and gentlemen? Oh yes, what does it? Puts an impact on your liver. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything, I'm not a specialist or anything, but I do know the immune system is what protects your body. It's like the antivirus of a PC. We are technically a biological computer, and our immune system is basically your antivirus. Now, without your antivirus protecting your whole body from these viruses in the first place, we probably wouldn't be here. We'd probably be dead. I mean, obviously we get a lot of good bacteria, a lot of bad bacteria, and it all combines rose up into one. And I'll tell you what, I was bang on the money from last year, guys and girls, when I started saying to people that you need to sort of make sure you don't drink alcohol because it's going to lower your immune system and all of that. It was on one of my other videos, I can't remember which one it was, but I've actually said about it all the time, and I will put a link in the description to the Sun. And obviously you guys and girls could say, oh well, all these papers and all of that, they're doing propaganda and stuff and all that. They're not all of it. I mean, come on. This is actually a truthful fact. It is a fact that if you're drinking alcohol, which actually lowers your immune responsive, cognitive response, which is your mind, your brain, and it actually fires off different sort of particles in your brain and stuff in the first place, like these atoms and all that going around in your brain. Obviously, you get drunk, you have a bit too much, you get drunk, and then what do you do next? Oh, you start going over to people and say, hey, give us a hug. And this is why the pubs have been closed, because obviously they don't want to get the pubs out of control. And obviously, yes, we do want to get the pubs back, but we do want to protect people and make sure no one else dies of this COVID or COVID, whatever you want to call it. And by the experts have come out now about it, saying about the immune system.
Really, what makes me laugh, and this really does make me laugh, they say you can't go into a restaurant and have anything to eat, but you can have a delivery, or you can go into a supermarket.
Oh, you can go into a supermarket.
Yeah, but the trouble is, if you go to the supermarket, right, what's the point? You go in there, you pick a tin up, and you say, oh, I think I'll have that tin. No, I don't think I'll have that. I'll put that one back. So actually, what they're trying to say, I mean, you could get it anyway, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could still get it. You could still go into a supermarket. What's our next? What's our Prime Minister Boris Johnson gonna do now? Is he gonna do tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, maybe even get to the extreme and go to tier 10? What's that mean? Like, oh, don't tell me they're going to bring in the army next just to sort of keep us all in our houses. When actually, right, we do need to protect ourselves. Obviously, that's why we wear masks and stuff anyway. But the particles are so small, microparticles are so small that they would still get between those little cracks of your masks in the first place.
Hang on. They should make you wear a pair of gloves as well.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Have your arms right.
But don't forget also the COVIDs actually could go through your eyes as well, so you would have to wear glasses as well, not just glasses, a mask and all that, and or maybe a shield to go over the place. I mean, I remember when I went to the hospital to see you. They said to me, oh, can you put a mask on the top of it? They want me to wear a visor. Now, I couldn't wear visors because it was too hot underneath, and I couldn't breathe properly under there. I wear a mask when I went in there, and wear some gloves and an apron and all of that. I did my bit for society to keep you guys and girls safe, and when me and my mum goes out, we keep ourselves safe, and we use the antibacterial sort of creams and the gels and stuff to try and keep ourselves protected.
I told my checks, I was in hospital 7 weeks, and they gave you a test each week, and they said I was negative each time. And on the 8th one, the day that I come out, they done another one, and it says negative for me.
And there's these narrow-minded people who actually think this virus is actually a hoax, which is bullshit, guys and girls, and you know it. That's why many people have actually died. A lot of people's family members have died because of this shit. And you're saying it's fake. Bullshit. Obviously, we know now this virus, obviously, it's come from China. And obviously, once this whole thing is finished and done with, guys and girls, China will have a lot to answer for this crap going on. And we're right, at the moment with this pandemic shit, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But then it's strange because we're in lockdown, and everyone's in lockdown, but yet people are still dying, and it makes you wonder why. So obviously the lockdowns are not doing any good, and it's kind of bullshit. So, and obviously we need to get the children and the kids back to school and all that in the first place. They need their education. They need to go back to school, but also, and also the experts were saying beforehand that this COVID's actually, the youngsters, young kids are less likely to actually get this virus, but also obviously. But now they can. But obviously, it's very minuscule. It's very tiny. But because of their.
What is Boris really doing? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, no, he's messing up the country.
What is he trying to do to the kids? Is he trying to make them all stay home from school? Yeah.
For the rest of their lives.
For the rest of their lives, and then when they're grown up, they can't go out to work.
Yeah.
So actually, what he's
and then what they're going to do is that these kids are going to resent their family members, their mums and dads, because of it, and say it's their fault when it's not, because it's the government's fault for keeping them at home. And the kids are supposed to be actually having an education, and the kids are actually supposed to go out with their friends. They're supposed to enjoy their life, and we know that at least people. No, we know that the mortality rate of this virus, who's killing the majority of the people, are people in their 80s, 81 and 82. So what should we do?
So Boris, is he going to keep his little baby home all the time? Is he? Or is he going to...
Or what about his dad? What about his dad? I mean...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Boris's dad going out and about in a shop and stuff without a mask on, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on.
Why should there be one for them?
And then we had that Nicola Sturgeon as well, going to a funeral without a mask on. That is a bit of a hypocritical shit going on there.
Why should it be a rule for them and not for us?
Obviously, we need to keep calm. We need to sort of, like, find out how we're going to actually get over this bloody goddamn virus in the first place. And I think, to be honest... I think because we're outdoors, we're less likely to get the virus when we're outdoors in the first place, because the fresh air is good for you. And
I don't know what Boris is going to do about his baby and about his girlfriend or wife. I mean, is he going to lock them up all the time?
Well, and also, he did get the COVIDs himself, so he knows what it was like when he got to it. But obviously, I guess, like... I don't know what's going on in his mind, in his cabinet. I think maybe they're sort of kind of pulling his strings and they're telling him what to do. And I think there needs to be less restrictions on... And then now we've got that guy from the Labour Party, what's his name, Keir Starmer. He said he wants, in the next 24 hours, he wants a national lockdown of the entire country.
Actually,
and I think, to be honest,
is that the mayor? Is that the mayor?
No, that is not the mayor. That is the Labour leader, the one that's taken over Jeremy Corbyn's job, which is actually, he's doing the worst job anyway, to be honest. And also, he says one thing and then actually backs Boris Johnson up due to this trade deal stuff going on with the EU. So obviously, what's going to go on now? I mean, I think with the fisheries, they're getting fucked over anyway, the fish people, because now, was it 75% they get of the water, when actually the fisheries in our waters should be 100%. And I think our waters should be 100%, but that's for a different topic, for a different time, guys and girls, and another one. But we do have one guy to thank for this, actually, as actually a big thank you to Nigel Farage, because actually at least he got us out of the EU now, but now we're on our own, right? And all the shit going on with the National Health Service getting over flooded with like hospital patients and all that in the first place. Obviously, right? We need to try and find a way that we can lessen down it.
What gets me is on for the New Year's, they said you can't go out, you can't have any fireworks or anything, no shows or anything.
And what did they do then?
And then what did he do? The mayor? Oh, I know.
He spent over like £1.5 million worth of fireworks.
He got used taxpayers who are not allowed to do anything, but the taxpayers, you had to pay it for London to have that as fireworks display.
And I think someone said it was like £1.5 million.
Yeah.
And that £1.5 million could have gone into the National Health Service.
Now do you think that's a bit of a two-face? Saying you can't.
Actually, what about those Nightingale hospitals? What about...
You have to sit there and watch it on TV. And what about Big Ben? Oh, that went on as well, didn't it?
Well, no, I thought they closed that down.
No, because it's on the other day, wasn't it?
But anyway, that £1.5 million, which is spent on fireworks, could have gone to some extra doctors and nurses to actually open up those Nightingale hospitals. The ones are abandoned at the moment. We've got loads of hospitals around the UK, those Nightingale ones, right? And was it £250,000 worth of just staying still when they could be opened up and get more doctors and nurses? The ones who are the ones who are retired at the moment, get them out of retirement and get them to work and help with this shit. Or maybe, like a friend of mine was saying the other day, what we should be doing as well is, right, how hard can it be for a person to be trained up, trained up, to actually help with this COVID shit?
Oh, you're about the Red Cross?
Yeah, no, not just the Red Cross or anything, the Blue Cross or anything. Just get regular people, train them up. I know it's probably going to be, obviously we're going to train them up to use these respirators in the first place. Get them to the hospitals. Obviously, people, they say, oh, well, we don't want to put ourselves at risk and all that in the first place. And then if people don't want to risk themselves, that's up to them. But also to try and get people back into work. But say, look, if you want to save a life, or people's lives, right, we'll train you up, right? How hard can it be to use a respirator to check someone's pulse, make sure they're getting enough oxygen through their bodies? And obviously, a friend of mine was saying about it, and this other guy was saying to me the other day, well, maybe they could end up sort of like getting sued or something if something goes wrong. But the thing is, we've got like all these doctors and nurses at the moment, not a lot of them, but we've got quite a few of them who are off duty at the moment and not even in work because it's been taken ill, or they've got this COVID and stuff in the first place. So we need a backup.
So come on, Boris. How long are you going to keep the whole world locked up?
Well, not the whole world, it's the whole country.
Yeah, the whole country, yeah.
But obviously, right, like it says on here, they've conducted an alcohol experiments to prove that the ingestions of alcohol reduce the body's immune system response to the vaccinations, right? So obviously we know that alcohol actually lowers your immune system, and I was right all along, guys and girls, whether you think I'm right or wrong about it, but this is actually one of mine on there, so you can't take this away from me because I was right all along.
And I also say, come on, Boris, let's all sit here and watch you make your baby have that.
So apparently the experiment is shown in full on the BBC documentary The Truth About Boosting Your Immune System, which airs on Wednesday the 6th of January. Obviously, we shouldn't be believing in a lot of the BBC stuff, but I think on this occasion, I think we can make an exception, because the immunologist Professor Sheena Cruikshank at the University of Manchester, obviously University of Manchester, yeah, one of the best places in the UK for universities and all that. But also said the reduction in lymphocytes could lower the effectiveness of the body's immune response. You need to have your immune system working tip-top to have a good response to the vaccine. So if you're drinking the night before or shortly afterwards, that's not going to help. Yeah, so I tell you, so even one glass, guys and girls, you see this, what this means? One glass of wine, actually, one glass of whiskey or Chardonnay or whatever.
As far as just telling everybody to have this jab, and it'll be okay. Is he going to let everybody sit there and watch him give his baby that jab?
Well, I don't think so, because he's probably not going to try it himself at the moment and stuff. Yeah. Maybe, because obviously we've got to get this vaccine out to the old age pensioners for us and the old people in there. Make sure they're all right with it. I mean, obviously, but we need to... No, we need to find out, like, properly and all that. if this works, and if this works, fantastic, great. Anyway, and obviously we don't know until the second batch of vaccines is actually taken.
Why give it? Why give it to somebody who's about 90 years?
Well, because they're at the most at risk. That's what you don't get. The ones in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they're more at risk. You just don't get it. You don't get it. That they're more at risk to this bloody virus, and that's why all these older people should be staying in for the time being. They shouldn't be going out. We should be getting people who actually are working at a working age, so people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and still like maybe on the edge of 70, people in their 80s and 90s who are retired and who are more effective at this, right, and more can get this virus in the first place. We need to protect them. Even if we have to say, sorry, buddy, sorry, Jim, sorry, Bob, sorry, Phil, like, you're all going to stay in, or Glenda, or Teresa, we need to keep it all in here because we need to protect you. That's, and that should be it. I mean, we're not protecting the older generation. They're the ones that brought us here in the first place, so we need to protect them, regardless. Regardless if you guys and girls agree or not, but I'm pretty sure you agree to disagree. And it says, yeah, you need to have your immune system working in tip-top shape to have a good response to the vaccine. So if you're drinking the night before or shortly afterwards, that's not going to help. Due to the fact, when you start drinking alcohol, right, and I've been saying this for a while, right, even just a couple of sips of wine or a couple of sips of things, right, is going to build up your immune system. It's going to sort of help your immune system fail, and that's what you don't want. You don't want your immune system to fail. And obviously we know people who's going to have the vaccine anyway. They're not going to say, they're going to say, fuck it, we're going to have a drink anyway and stuff, because it's the way they do. It's the older generation, maybe some of the middle-aged generation and all of that.
Because we didn't get that sort of trouble years ago.
Yeah, but obviously we've got people, especially alcoholics, they're going to drink more. People are like addicts in that way, druggies as well, drug addicts. They're going to be more affected by it as well because their immune system's going to fail on them. So we need to sort of protect them more than anything. People with mental health state, we're going to need to protect them as well. It says you need to have your immune system working in tip-top shape. Alcohol is thought to change the makeup of the microorganisms that I have in the gut and play an important part. Yeah, so if you have good microorganisms in your body, they're going to help your immune system actually fight the infection, and that's how it works and all that in the first place. Especially with the cells, drinking alcohol can lead to the damage of the immune system or immune cells in the blood, and most commonly known as white blood cells, such as lymphocytes, which actually send out antibodies to attack viruses. And actually, if you haven't got your antibodies working because you haven't got your immune system working, how is that actually, that virus sort of vaccine, how is that going to protect you, right? How is that going to send out electrical pulses out to the body to say there's a threat being sort of like taken over your body due to this virus, if actually the response itself cannot detect it because it's too basically hammered out of its head, or the cells are not working properly? I mean, it says here the excess alcohol acts as an immune suppressant. Yeah, there we go, immune suppressant. So, immunosuppressant. So basically, it suppresses the immune system and it stops it. So basically, it's like when you've got, it helps sometimes. People drink alcohol to get rid of their problem. Due to the sort of the mentality of it, stuff like going on with depression. Like if they've got a problem, no, like with majority of alcoholics, they've got a problems. So what they do is they try to block that problem. That's why they drink the alcohol in the first place. And what that's going to do to your immune system as well is that's going to block your immune system, and then it's going to stop it from actually protecting your body, because that's how your body works. But at first, actually, basically, it attacks your liver. Now, once your liver goes down to a certain percentage, it takes actually, right. So basically, your liver is a processor. It's like a food processor. It's processing that alcohol through your liver, and then what's doing is you're going to be pissing it out all night long. Now, on the actual units per alcohol, say a can of beer, which is like, I don't know, 3.5 units or something for a can of lager or something, depending on what you're drinking. So if it's Coors Light, it's probably around about 4%, which is you're probably getting around a pint out of that, roughly, give or take. So you're looking at around about 4 to 5 maybe units. And you're only supposed, for a man, on a weekly basis, you're only supposed to have, what was it, like 10, 12 units, 15 units? A woman's supposed to have like 9 units a week. And if you're over that, then basically they call you an alcoholic if you're over the sort of, they're all basic, not alcoholic, but more of, what's it called, a person who drinks excessive drinker.
I feel sorry for the kids, because the way things are going, they never get a life. And they want
well, obviously not, but then this is the what...
Even when they grow up, they want to be able to go to nightclubs, anywhere.
Yeah. So people who drink a lot are more susceptible to infections. I told you that. The more you drink, so it's like my brother in there who drinks alcohol, he's going to be more susceptible to infections, and he coughs, he sneezes in there. And the thing is, right, when he sneezes a lot when he actually drinks a lot of alcohol. Now, that's due to basically the symptoms kicking in, because your immune system's not able to protect you, and he drinks a lot of it, and sort of like, I hear him sneezing a lot, and actually that's the symptoms kicking in.
But he does try to stop it.
No, we don't. No. He drinks. For about 2 days, and then he'll go back on it, and then he'll binge drink for like about 4 days straight.
There you go.
And then you go. Yeah, but that's making it even worse, because if you're binge drinking, right, and then your body is sort of adapting to that sort of environment, you're putting your body at risk. A lot more. So he's been doing that for like, what's that, 20, 30 years now, drinking heavily like that, and binge drinking. In the trials, about 10% of people did not become immune after receiving the Sputnik 5 vaccine, and the figure is similar for other vaccines. The reasons for this are unknown. Whether alcohol could be a factor hasn't been investigated. I think they should do more of an investigation into it, guys. It goes. And Pfizer has said that there is no warning concerning alcohol consumption given to those receiving the vaccine it has developed with the BioNTech. So I don't know what their sort of thing's going on. There's no warning concerning alcohol. Well, obviously, right, your immune system's there for a reason. It's there to protect you. And if it's not protecting you guys and girls, then obviously it's going to fail you and all that. And obviously, if you want the vaccine, have the vaccine. See if it works while you're drinking alcohol. If not, well, then what can I say?
I'm not having it.
Well, I'm not having it myself and stuff. I've got heart problems and shit, and because I've got heart bypass problems and heart problems itself, right? If they're putting basically that vaccine inside your body,
I'm a diabetic.
Yeah, and you're diabetic as well. So obviously, if they're putting but if they're putting that convids in your body in the first place to work with your immune system.
What about my heart?
But the thing is, if you've got heart problems already, right, you're more at risk of it anyway. I'm more at risk of this bloody convids or whatever you want to call the bloody virus thing. But obviously, I'm not going to be risking it, because then there's you could get the immune system in there. I'm not as healthy and all that shit, so I'm not going to risk putting the convids in my body to get rid of the convids. I haven't got it in the first place anyway, so
Well, I've been tested, so.
Yeah. And obviously, yeah, okay, the antibodies kick in and shit and all that, but it's my choice at the end of the day. I'm just protecting myself more than anything, and I'm protecting my mum. We wear our masks, we clean and wash our hands and all this kind of stuff. So we do protect ourselves in that way. But anyway, guys and girls, so be careful, right? If you're going to drink alcohol, right, just make sure.
I'm not stopping you.
Yeah, we're not. Well, but I'm just trying to warn the effects, and I've been warning them for the last 6 to 8 months about alcohol and the vaccines. That this is gonna. I mean, people only listen if they want to listen, but obviously I'm trying to give them as much information as possible, and this is done by these actual experts that have come out towards it. So I will put a link in the description to the article. You guys and girls can check it out yourself. If you don't want to believe in it, don't believe it. If you do, do. But anyway, I'm just trying to sort of give my best information as good positivity as well.
To help you.
To help you guys and girls. It's now up to you guys and girls
Because we do love you all.
Yeah, well, it's up to those guys and girls to make their decision of what they're going to do. But obviously, guys and girls, stay safe.
We love you all.
And see you on
there's nothing you can do
and,
about it.
and stop taking old Bellfield's little quote on it. How dare you? You thief. You thief.
I am not.
Yeah, you're trying to take. No, you're trying to take Alex Bellfield's little quote.
I said we love you all, and there's nothing you can do.
I see his little tagline. How dare you? He could sue you for copyrights. Anyway, guys and girls, stay safe. Catch you later, and I'll see you on the next episode.